Welcome to part 2 of this little project, coloring a autumn leaf with Derwent Inktense pencils. And again, as you can see, we have a lot of sunshine here in the Passion for Pencils headquarters. I'll show you the leaf, the actual autumn leaf. It looks like this now, after a night indoors. It completely curled up and dried out, so this is no longer usable because the colors are slightly fainting. They're getting more brownish. So from now on, from this moment on, my imagination is going to do a lot of work. Here I have my Inktense swatch card, and this is very useful. So I have a set of 72 Inktense pencils. Again, I don't know how it happened, but again, this was a gift from one of you, a viewer from India. And as soon as Derwent made extra colors in the Inktense series, I bought a couple extra. So I also have the Inktense, the blocks, also a gift, but they have a completely different way of painting. I am using Mid Vermilion right now. Today I did a little bit of working in the garden again. It's the end of October and I'm taking out the plants that are just done growing and flowering. Apple green. And here in the Netherlands we have this very unpleasant way of storing garbage. You know, you keep your garbage in your own home or garden, of course, for a while, in a garbage bag, box, whatever. And then you have to deposit it here in an underground garbage storage box. And you share that huge container, underground container, with a lot of people here in the neighborhood. And this system, it sounds nice, but actually it isn't. Because today I was doing the gardening and we have to deposit our gardening waste, the green waste, in one of those underground containers. And both containers that are available for us here were they were defect. They didn't work. One of them had reached its limit, so no more waste was it could be added. It was full, and the other one was out of order. So I had to get back to the house with all the stuff that came out from the garden, and it's I have to wait a couple of days now before I can throw it away. There is one other possibility, and that is that I I throw all the green garbage in the car, in the back of the car, and then drive to a place here where you can dump this. But I don't think my husband will be happy if I put all the stuff from the garden in our car. So I'm not going to do that. We'll have to wait. But it's quite annoying. It looks like an advanced garbage system, but actually it's not. Here I have Cadmium Orange, and the paper is still a little bit wet, but I'm going to try it anyway. Look at that. That's a new way of using these pencils. Yeah, autumn is such a nice time of the year. But I have to say, I prefer autumn when the sun is shining. I just love sunshine. So I'm just layering a lot of layers of Derwent Inktense. Here I have Willow, Inktense is, it still is my favorite water-soluble pencil. There are two things about these pencils that I am a little less enthusiastic about. And the first thing I think I already mentioned in the first episode, first part of this little project. Inktense is more opaque than watercolor, the traditional European Western watercolor. I like the brightness and the transparency of watercolor, but that is something that with Inktense you have to be very careful, because things become opaque in the end if you keep layering, especially with the blocks. The other thing is, but I will make a video about that I think later to make a comparison. There is something about the brightness, the pureness of the colors. It looks a little bit dull. Inktense, it can look a little bit dull. When I paint animals with Inktense, that is not much of a problem because I use all these beautiful earth tones. But when I look at a leaf like this, the red and the orange tones seem to lack some sort of brightness, a brightness that I do find in watercolor. Other than that, I love these pencils. I really like them a lot, especially on hot press paper, so a smooth surface. Let's try this one, hot bread. I suddenly realized that this lack of brightness in the Inktense pencils might have something to do with the type of paper that I use. I suddenly see something here on this Arches paper, although I would not expect it on Arches paper. But maybe the sizing of the paper, that is the cotton or the watercolor paper, has been sized. There is stuff on and sometimes in the paper to help the watercolor work better on the paper. And maybe there's something with the sizing that is causing this ink from the Inktense to become dull, because what I see right now is that it seems that the color is really being absorbed by the paper. So maybe I should try different paper types also. Here I have dark chocolate. I'm just scribbling a little bit, making these small marks. You can't go wrong with this. It's just, you know, those little leaves in nature, they all have their unique look. You can't go wrong, just enjoy yourself. Yesterday I saw on the internet a Dutch wildlife artist, and Renzo Tamze is his name. And I've been following him for quite a few years, and now suddenly he is succeeding. He's making the most glorious paintings of wildlife with watercolors, and I like that. I find that intriguing. Most wildlife artists work, when they go big with big paintings, they go oil painting or acrylics, but this guy found a way to paint watercolor on board. So he can make large paintings, and it looks stunning. And now he was invited to I don't know if I have the right name for it, but it's the Museum for Wildlife Art in Jackson, Wyoming, I think. It's close to the national parks. And I saw that he's doing well now. He's starting to sell the big paintings. So that is really nice. It's just beautiful. Paintings of an owl. I saw a bear, a huge bear. Yeah. I think he grew up in Rotterdam, so that's 20 minutes from where I live. And then he moved to a more forested area in the Netherlands. And he travels to the United States and to Europe, and well, it's just, he makes beautiful art. This is apple green, by the way. It's really lovely. It's beautiful when someone succeeds. Let's add a touch of willow here. I'll make a list of the exact pencils that I used in this painting, because I have them here in a little pot, so I think I remember them all. I didn't put any pencil back in the Derwent carry-all bag. I carried that carry-all bag a couple of days ago into the forest. I had a marvelous time. So, okay, I'll take a step back now and to see what this leaf needs. I took a picture and I looked on the screen, and I think we need a little bit of this cadmium yellow. I started out with cadmium yellow, and it turned out that that was too bright for this leaf, but now I think I want to bring back a little bit of this cadmium yellow as some sort of highlight, sunny feeling, yeah. Let's see whether that works or not. Just doing some scribbling here and there. I don't know if you can see it on screen, but here you can see the pigment flocking together. And then if that happens, it becomes a little more opaque. Well, I think this worked out quite well. So I started with this little leaf and turned it into this little painting. And this is what it looks like when you would frame it. And maybe I will do that because actually I like this a lot. I have a couple of these smaller frames from IKEA, and well, little paintings like these are very nice in these little frames. So I think I will do that and hang them here on the wall. So this was it for today, and more videos will come for sure. So happy coloring, happy painting, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.